So, first off, does anyone here like school? No. So a mixture, mainly no, but that's good. All right then. I didn't particularly enjoy school either. I just want to go through some of the stuff they taught in school. So some of the biggest subjects are English, maths, and history, say. And what do you learn in maths? Pythagoras' theorem, how to measure triangles, the distance from x to y. Now, has anyone here used any of those studies or any works in their careers? All right, then. Okay, that wasn't the response. All right, then. Keep on going. Yeah, so those are some of the stuff we know about in school and we are taught about. But some of the stuff that we don't learn about are, well, some of the greatest things to be in life. Has anyone heard of Prince EA? Any chance? Yeah, okay, good. At least there's some people there. He done a video on the school system where he was like this lawyer. And he talks about how there's so many young people out there who go through studies and they learn stuff which is not applicable into their careers. And then he states a quote by Albert Einstein, and that is, everybody is a genius. But if you judge someone by their ability to climb, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend the rest of his life thinking that it is useless. Now, what does that mean? Well, to me, thank you. Come on, another round of applause. Come on. Yes, yes. Come on. Yeah. But anyway, what that resembles to me is that if you really want to know, as a young person, you never find out what you were born on this earth to do, who you're meant to be. And sometimes I'm quite skeptical about that as well. But you should go on your own individual journey to find out what you want to do. And I think schools should spend more time with students individually, trying to help them see that. Some other things, thank you, I had a woo, thank you for that. Woo-woo. Some of the other stuff that they don't teach is quite crazy. So they don't teach things such as being an entrepreneur, being able to trade, being able to do things online. They do? Who? Where? Which schools? All right. But some of the most successful people to ever live, like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, like those people who went through studying, none of their subjects related to what they do now. And I just think that is quite crazy. So I guess what I'm trying to say from this in some sort of way is that what is unique for you? What makes you you? What is something that you love so much but doesn't resemble the school in some sort of way? I think the school is going through a crisis at the moment because if you look at loads of different analogies, so what a car looked like 100 years ago to what a car looks like now, to what the telephone looks like 100 years ago, to what the telephone looks like now. And if you look at a school classroom 100 years ago and what it looks like now, nothing has changed. So how can you expect students to change if the school system hasn't changed either? That just baffles me. A funny story, I got kicked out of school. Well, sort of. It was like abandoned from school in some sort of way. But weird way to say it. But that was mainly because I pressed the fire alarm. Yeah. Whenever I say that, that is everyone's reaction. And I had a couple of arguments with teachers, but I went through a lot of pressure. I had to study at home. I had no resources to use for school. And I didn't want to let school try to and loads of teachers after that scenario, they said, oh, you're not going to get anywhere in your life. Your character's poor. You're not going to get anywhere. And when I did do my GCSEs and studying hard by myself and not worrying, because worry doesn't help in exam situations, I managed to not only pass, but do a lot better in my grades as well. And one of my biggest passions is doing public speaking, primarily in motivational speaking. And I guess one thing that impacted me in school is that they don't really show the true you, who you want to be. They don't impact the youth. And the reason why I mentioned Gary Vee is because he does that. He primarily focuses on impacting the young and making sure that they can try and find their true desires, true passions, and true dreams. So I guess what I really want to do for motivational speaking, yes, it's great to talk. Yes, it's good to travel and speak to people, but the main thing is how I can help the youth, or how I can help all of you find your dreams, your passions, your desires. Because we live in a world where it's hard to do that. And I think we all need a sense of help, a sense of help from people in today's life. So yeah, that's me, and you only live once, so live it the best way. Thank you.